Hello everyone, it's Jill here again. I thought I was going to try and turn the phone the other way, but my phone didn't. It gave me an error here for the live video. Anyway, I feel like it's been a while since I've done a live video, but I'm not sure. Today I wanted to talk about. I've been immersing myself a bit into the, what we call in this understanding the single paradigm, and really starting to get it at a deeper level. Um, and so I wanted to share something with you that seems really, really key. So many people in our Peace of Mind group on Facebook, which is where I'm doing this live, but if anyone's watching this on YouTube, please join in our other group. So many people, we're always asking about and wondering about, we have so many thoughts on our minds. We get that thoughts creating our experience or our reality or our feelings, and then we blame ourselves because we want to change the thoughts, or we think it's our fault, or we want to get rid of the thoughts, or we want to change the thoughts. But here's the cool part of the whole thing: we don't have to do anything with our thoughts. Like, it's okay that we have all these crazy thoughts or whatever, because they will actually start to fall away all by themselves. And you don't have to even be thinking about having insights or any of that stuff that, we've been talking, that we always talk about. You got to have an insight. You got to have an insight into all this stuff. Forget it. Forget all that, right? This different way, there's another way of thinking about all this that's actually very much more simple, because and I know I've done some videos about this before, but I think I'm seeing it at a deeper level as well. So I'm going to try to explain it in simple terms, because it's actually really simple. So we're either, we can, there's only one way the world works, right? Which is what we would call inside out, meaning that nothing outside of ourselves, nothing outside of thought really, can cause us to feel any particular way. So no person can do anything that can make us feel something. No situation, whatever's going on around us, it's not, those things aren't causing us to feel any particular way. Yes, it's true that we can, those situations, we may have a lot of thought about those situations, and that causes us to feel a certain way. So if there's something going on in our lives that is not what we would label as a good thing, let's say somebody in our family is really sick or something like that. I mean, no, most people aren't going to say that's a good thing, and most people would probably, you know, feel bad about it. But it's not the fact that they're sick doesn't have any anxiety germs in it, or any kind of like magical powers in it to give us a feeling of anxiety or worry. The situation itself doesn't. Yes, we can worry about it. We can start thinking about the future and worrying what's going to happen with those people. We're worrying about it, but it's not that. The situation itself has no power to make us feel that way. So if and when, which we always will be feeling those kinds of ways in certain circumstances, about certain circumstances, we're going to find ourselves feeling worried or anxious about them. And when we do, it's a if we believe it's because the person is sick, let's say, still using that example, if we believe that person being sick is causing our feelings, all that tells us something. That's a clue that says, wait a minute, we must be living in a misunderstanding right now, because that's not how the world works. So first of all, you have to agree that the world doesn't work that way, and you may or may not agree with that. I mean, if you believe that the world that things around you and people around you can actually cause you to feel a certain way, then you either, that's fine, you can believe that, and none of this will help you. um, or you can always be seeking evidence that it doesn't work that way, which is what I tell people to do. So I don't want you to believe me that, just believe me, but really get to see that that's how the world works. It only works the one way. It only works, it can't, other people and things can't cause you to feel a certain way. So let's say, just for now, that you believe that 100% is true, even though it doesn't always look that way. And that's me right now, right? I know 100% that that's the way the world works. It only works that one way. I don't always see it that way. I feel often that there's people in my life and situations in my life that seem to cause me to feel a certain way, but because I know it can't be that way, I have to look at it differently. I know those times, if I even am aware enough to realize that that's what I'm doing, then I know that I must be living in a misunderstanding right now, because the world doesn't work that way. So if I'm believing that a sick person in my family is causing me to feel a certain way, then I know I must be living in a misunderstanding, because it's impossible. The world doesn't work that way, because I know that for sure, because I've already tested it on everything. And so when I remember that and be like, oh yeah, that's right, I'm living in a misunderstanding, then it automatically takes all kinds of thought off my mind. Like, I don't have to worry. I don't have to, all this thought about stuff outside of me causing me to feel ways just falls away automatically, because it's impossible for it to happen. And so when I see it, poof, it all falls away, and then it looks different to me. The situation looks different to me. Yes, I may still worry about a situation, but when I know that situation isn't the cause of my worry, can't make me be worried, let's put it that way, it can't force me to be worried, then I go in and out of, sometimes I'm worried about the situation, sometimes I'm not. I go about my day with much more ease and grace, and I still may find myself worried or not. But I know, even if it's just at some level, that it's not the situation, because it's impossible for that to happen. So, try that on for size for yourselves. And remember, if you are feeling that some kind of situation's causing you to feel something, is it true? Is it possible? The world doesn't really work that way. And first get on board with that. Look for the evidence that is the way that how the world really does work. Because if you don't believe that part of it, if you still are living in the old paradigm that people and situations can cause you to feel a certain way, you'll be a victim your whole life, and that's okay. That's what most of the people in the world live with. It just creates victimhood in them. Because at any turn, anything has the power to zap you with its magical powers to make you feel something, and it just doesn't. Thank God it doesn't work that way. I mean, thank God it doesn't, because we'd all be in big trouble if it did. I'll leave you with that, and talk to you again either tomorrow or in a few days. Bye.